Hello and welcome back to another reading with me. I'm Shyann Crow and I talk tarot, and today we're going to be talking all about what the fairies and animals would like to say to you and what we need to hear in clarification with the tarot. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the fairies and see what the fairies would like to talk about today, what we need to focus on, maybe an overall energy for what you're going through, and what you need to hear at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and give a shuffle and we'll see what comes out intuitively. There it is. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 of these so we can get a really definitive, clear energy on exactly what we need to talk about. And there they are. They flipped right out. So let's go ahead and see. We have protection, pure intention, and hidden depths. So the overall energy for me before I even read any of these is essentially saying that we need to protect where we have purity of mind and to clarify with ourselves exactly what we want to see, for there are hidden depths that we don't see. So if we're clear on what it is that we are feeling within our truth of who we are and what we want to bring to the table, know that those things will remain protected, because if you're true and honest with yourself, those things don't change. So that when things do arise that kind of bring you into some sort of turbulence or upheaval, know that there is success and contribution to the self and what you offer in remaining authentic and steadfast into what you care about. um, and then the hidden depths will essentially kind of weigh and work themselves out. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what 2 animals want to be represented for being able to protect our intentions against any hidden obstacles. While I shuffle these, I'll go ahead and read. Protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. Yeah. So that'll really help you to solidify your intentions with purity as well, because we know that to be pure is to essentially call upon, uh, protection. We have one. And then we have pure intention talks about the fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely. Manifest your heart's desires with pure intention and for the highest good of all. Yeah. To be pure, yeah, is essentially to recognize that we are a part of a collective and there is a shared consciousness that is always consistently leveling out with fairness and a form of like shared destiny, right? And that we understand that our actions significantly affect others. Whether we see it or not. So with hidden depths, we have something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. And when we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Yeah. And with our impurity, with our in the purity of our intentions, we can recognize where we are free, because in our belief, we can find freedom and we can move towards the perception that we're trying to reflect back to the world. We have 34 with Hummingbird Spirit, be here now. This is the energy that the fairies are calling you to bring into your existence, to better embrace at this time, is to be more present and to recognize that your intentions are seen, so that when things arise that were unseen, we still have a set foundation and we still have boundaries in place that allow for things like defeat to just be released, because we are kind of dissolving it through the energetics of, not being hot-headed, being able to communicate, seeing through deception and being productive with our efforts to ensure that our goals and dreams come to light because we're protecting them with where we're holding ourselves accountable. Okay. So, and then we also have spirit of the spider. So make your dreams real. Yeah, make your dreams real. Make what you want to see in the world come to light through your actions. And part of your actions have this underlying kind of morality of where you're going to be most pure, and anything that's not pure at this time because you're holding a higher vibration of fulfillment for yourself that may be a bit more unorthodox or kind of like I see a sense that you may um, seek guidance from higher sources on your own, potentially in secret, but that allows you to be more victorious in your personal endeavors because you've had the introspection to be able to um, um, coalesce or be cooperative with a higher energy that you trust in, whether that be someone in spirit that helps in guiding you and making good choices, or maybe this could be like a parental figure, or even priests or priestesses, maybe like some witch doctor or psychic that you do already trust in, or even within your own um, wheelhouse of spirituality. You have some, tulpas or deities that you call upon to bring in more honesty and clarity into your life. This is saying that that's all in a cooperative motion to make your dreams real, so that you really need to be present to make them a reality. Because if we're staying in the past or we're pushing too far into the future, we can't actually manifest what needs to happen right now to get to where we want to be or to heal something from the past. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify what exactly it is that the fairies want you to hear at this time in combination with these. We have the Five of Swords. So, Five of Swords, right off the bat, kind of talks about maybe having some sort of, you may be mentally worried about some sort of corruption, or worry about things not going the way that you had planned because of somebody else's plans that get in the way of yours. Know that what is meant for you will be for you no matter what. Um, and part of ensuring that is to push on and push forward and to stay motivated and have the energetics to be able to follow through with the projects that you um, have set out to see fulfilled. And then we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wand energy is very authoritative, kind of like a more demanding energy. So essentially exactly what I said, like your intention needs to be that this will be foreseen the way that you want to see it, even if it doesn't happen exactly the way due to certain circumstances about other people's wills at play here. Just know that if not that specific thing, there will be reconciliation for the opportunity for something even better or something more in alignment that you had not expected. Okay, because the King of Wands is very steadfast in being very sure of himself and honest with what he wishes to see for his empire. Okay. Um, Even if, yes, and I got the energy of like in the form of protection, there may even be the need to postpone certain things too, and to recognize the truth in waiting for the right attunement. Okay, and then we have Judgment in reverse. So let's go ahead and talk about Judgment in reverse. Well, Judgment. Um, so Judgment, like it's calling to bring it into balance, because Judgment is both fire energy and water energy. Okay, so if we have too much of one thing, and then we need to overcompensate with another thing, that just leaves for like a misinterpretation. So to be very very clear in your intention is what spirit what this spirit of the fairies and the animals are calling you to kind of be more confident in, and to not resist this understanding. Sometimes it's easy to push away things that maybe have more of a negative connotation, but it's important to take that energy into consideration so you can give a more well-rounded example and explanation for where you can now feel assured in your efforts. Okay. um and to be able to appropriately and maturely walk away from your losses and not to allow them to make you insecure here, because I see with where you may have misinterpreted information and may have lost out on opportunities, this has left you feeling potentially like there's been a loss, but that it needs to be spoken up that about that this has allowed you to be more clear, um, on where you want to like see your future, right? Because we worked really, really hard on where we've brought ourselves now, and to hold on to any form of like heartbreak in that regard, is it is painful when we experience loss. And so to be more clear, is where we're calling to protect our energy. And then we have the Eight of Wands, in the center here. So overall, um, the Eight of Wands says to, um, whatever it is for you that helps you to cultivate this sense of abundance, we need you to be, they're calling for passion and action and to move more quickly on things, because it could have been just simply, you know, what you had postponed because you saw a vision of perfection, left you vulnerable to some sort of loss, and to show yourself that you can be more willing to be prepared when these imbalances do arise. Okay. Yeah. So if you would like me to elaborate on anything you may have a question about in this reading, I'd be happy to engage with you in the comments to give you more psychic clarity. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I do look forward to the next one. And until next time, enjoy the rest of your week.